live. Where is everyone? Welcome to virtual Barbès online. This is officially the renaissance of Barbès. I'm very honored to have been chosen by the wonderful Olivier Conan. I'm saying that is right here. To have been chosen by Olivier to reopen to play the first concert, to reopen the concert series at Barbès. So for a little while it's going to be online until we can resume the live concerts. And of course you're all missed in this room. You're more numerous online, that's great, but it's kind of cool to have like everyone here, like that human presence live. It's going to be missed for a while, but we are looking forward to see you all back here at Barbès. But that's good because we are restarting. So anyway, Olivier asked me to play some of the pieces from the Django Reinhardt repertoire that I recorded under the name Django the Impressionist. It's a series of 17 preludes, classical, but not classical guitar, classical music, composed by Django Reinhardt. So we did the premiere at the Lyons Opera. Actually, Olivier was also working on that with me, so he presented the first concert ever. It was at the Lyons Opera. And we decided to play a few of these pieces tonight because for now the series can be only like one solo instrument, so solo guitar. And I decided to play the 6 improvisations. Their name is improvisation, but they are not improvised like I sit down and I improvise, whatever, you know. It's like obviously there is some ideas behind, at least some themes that are crafted, and it really shows Django's sense of harmony and his great sense of composition. Harmony is sort of the grammar of music. It's how all the voices, the chords functions vertically and horizontally. It's all alive. It's like crazy. It's a crazy living thing, you know. And Django was like Debussy, Ravel, Bach, Mozart, Beethoven, or Chopin, all these guys. They were all like great masters of harmony. They had an innate understanding of the rules of harmony. So we can all learn from Django that stuff, which is the most important thing. So there's 6 of them. I also would like to play perhaps Echoes of Spain, and we'll see. Let me just start with the one called Improvisation number 1. Improvisation number 1 is the first solo guitar piece he ever recorded in 1937. It's an incredible prelude. It's very hard to play. There's like a couple of very difficult moments technically, but it's also very original. It's very unique in the way it's composed, the way it's crafted, the harmonies that he uses. There is a great mystery in it, and it's actually perfect to restart a concert series here at Barbès. So I'll play it now. It's called Improvisation number 1. And once again, don't think of it as improvisation, improvise, noodling, blah blah blah. It's like a composed prelude. It's but there is no name, so I don't know, whatever. So let me see if I'm still in tune. Good enough. improvisation number 1. Then I'm going to play number 2. So as you can feel in number 1, there is like a strong influence from Debussy and from Ravel, the virtuosic aspect like that of Ravel. And also the use of what we call the whole tone tonality or scales or universe, whatever you want to call it, you know, is that mysterious color. Very impressionist. Now, I'm going to play improvisation number 2. Number 2 is quite a remarkable piece of music. There's 3 different versions. I'm going to play the first one. They're like very similar in the shape and everything. There's a few moments that differ from one to the other, but essentially they are, except a few variations, like especially in the end, it's the same composition. So, in this one, Django really shows like his true impressionist side. We are really close to the Debussy world, very, very close. Not only in terms of the harmonies he has chosen, but in terms of the reverie that is around it, like the kind of like dreamlike, mythological-like content. We can really definitely feel it. There's also something peculiar in the way that he organizes tonality in this one. Debussy seems to have found a new way to express tonality, which is nor major nor minor. It's kind of neutral. And Django has found the same way, the same zone to like remain like modal, neutral, not really minor, not really major. We don't really know where it is. You can start analyzing something in major, and suddenly there is a chord that comes and throws everything out of the window for the analysis, and there are chords you just cannot analyze. You cannot say it's this or it's that. It's impossible. Anyway, it's a fantastic piece of music and a fantastic way that Django found to expose the tonality and all. There is also in it a little bit of Baroque aspects. Django he always said, I think of music like Bach, from the bass. He loved Baroque music, and all harmony comes from the bass. That's another subject. So I'm going to play it now, and you will notice at some point a little Bach or a little like Baroque kind of stuff, and other moment very Debussy. You can hear almost like water fairies playing in the water and stuff like that. That was improvisation 2. I'm supposed to block that string and I just played it whatever. Errare humanum est. It's very complicated. So, you see, it's a wonderful, incredible piece of music. This is so light and like playful, really like water fairies. That's how I personally feel this piece is. Number 3. Number 3. Improvisation 3 is like quite a journey. It's an outer journey and an inner journey. I always thought like he recorded like the 2 variations the same day. I'm gonna play the 2 variations right now. The first one is more turned toward the outside. It's more exoteric. The second one seems like almost like he turned inward, goes to the looking glass, and start to enter like the inner part of his psyche and of his dreams. There's a dreamlike quality to the second one. It's a wonderful piece of music. It's incredible. Also, in it is hidden a French song that's composed 20 years later. So I'm going to play the first one, which has a very catchy theme, very classical, but also very swing in a way. So very catchy theme with a beautiful classical bridge, kind of like Satie-esque, if I may, a bit like Eric Satie, like 1900 Paris. And the second one, so I'm gonna finish to play the first one, take a few seconds, and then right away start the second one. So notice at the end of the first one and the end of the second one the gorgeous classical harmonies. Improvisation 3, part 1 and 2. Genius, Django, incredible piece of music, really. Now I'm going to play improvisation number 4. Usually number 4 is the last one of this improvisation. It goes 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, because they started numbering them as they found them. So, but I don't care, I'm just going to play them in numerical order, so for a change. So now number 4, which was recorded in 1949 in Rome. There is a strange story behind that where someone paid for this recording and said, I would love Stephane Wrembel and Django Reinhardt to play together again in Rome. I'm going to pay for everything, all expenses. I'm going to cover it. But I want my name to remain secret, and I want to keep the masters. And to these days, we don't know who did it, and we don't know who owned the master. It still remains a mystery. So it's a great, mysterious story. But in this one, we can really feel like the 50s coming in this piece. And it still has a little impressionist content to it, a good one. I play it a little bit slower because I like to spread these chords like a bit like a harp-like and feel the impressionist side of it. And there is a little bit of swing in the end. It's kind of cool. You will see. Improvisation 4. Was number 4. You see, it's major, so kind of light in a way. There's something very at peace about this piece. I really love it. The harmonies are amazing. The way he deals with like moving voices and stuff is incredible. Number 5. I love that number 5. Number 5 has a very beautiful first theme. The opening theme is very baroque, kind of, very classical. And then the more it goes, the more it touches Spain, a little bit. It's funny how it can mix up like kind of baroque style harmony with like more impressionist Debussy and all, and how it all sounds great. Django he really had something mixing all that up like in the proper way that was really unique, I think we have a tendency to catalog Django way too much as a guitarist and a gypsy, and not enough as like the composer that he really is, and the way he branches things together, put things together like that. He takes like different styles, all works. It's amazing. I don't know. It blows my mind. So you will see the first theme, very catchy, very sophisticated, very classical, and then a bit more Spanish. It's a very short one too. 5. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 6. 6 starts with a gorgeous, beautiful theme. Very much like Debussy. Debussy could have composed that theme. And then from there, he goes to a little sequence of very simple harmonies in reality when you analyze what's going on, but the way he lays it out is quite extraordinary. For the guitar like that, it's amazing. Very fresh and very new and unique. And then the more it goes, again, the more it starts to be influenced a little bit by Spanish guitar. So this, the thing with Django, it's very classical, it's very impressionist, and there's always a hint of Spanish guitar. Not as much as because of Spain, which I'm going to play after, but there is still always like a bit of that color, you know. Of course, the essence of his music is Django himself, and this is a vault. We will never know what it really contains because it belongs only to Django, but we can feel it shines something that is truly unique. We cannot limit Django to the harmonies he used, to the different genres he was inspired by, the different styles and all that. It's not what I'm saying when I say these things, but I try nonetheless to like point out on like the ability he had to gather all kinds of different elements and federate them around one thing that is so completely unique and unified and crazy beautiful. So, number 6. Imagine in the beginning that thing like being played maybe with an orchestra and a flute responding to it or something like that. 6 by Django Reinhardt. Let me see. Good. I have time to play 2 more. 2, 3 more. I think I'm going to play Parfum for you guys. I really love this piece. Parfum, it was recorded in 1937, same day as he recorded Improvisation 1. Parfum means perfume, but I suspect that there is a deeper meaning to that. Something more esoteric. Something that has to do more with like some experience of life rather than going to the mall and buying some perfume. So, Parfum by Django Reinhardt. I think of it as blue, like blue smoke or something like that. Same thing, starts with a very beautiful Debussy-esque theme. Parfum. I would like to play 2 more for you. The next one is actually 2 very short pieces from a BBC show in 1937. The sound quality is awful, atrocious. It's very hard to listen to, but it was kept for historical reason. Thank God someone kept that, because after learning them, you know, you transcribe and you learn these pieces, and they are like 2 little diamonds. They are beautiful, wonderful, incredible pieces. So I'm really glad this has been kept. They're very short. They were recorded back to back on that radio show in 1937, and I'm gonna play them now. So you will recognize there's always inside these pieces always something very catchy. in some ways a theme or like something original in the middle. You recognize it. It's like two untitled guitar choruses, two guitar solo, two improvised guitar solo, whatever. All right, my friends, it's time for me to play the last one, and it's called Echoes of Spain. I really love this piece. It's one of my favorite solo pieces by Django Reinhardt. And it's not Spain, it's Echoes of Spain. So he gives us a hint here that it's not going to be purely a Spanish piece, but it's going to be like fragments of a dream, fragments of a sensation of Spain or something like that. It's called Echoes of Spain. It's wonderful music. There it is, my friends. A few songs for you tonight, live from Barbès, inside Barbès. It's a funny thing to see Barbès like that, empty, and but it's there. So I can't wait to fill it up with more music, and I can't wait for you guys to be back. And that's it. Monsieur Conan, Mr. Conan, do you want to say a word to the world?
I just want to thank you for watching. I know some of you are watching. It's kind of hard to know who it is. Can't wait to have people here in one room, but thank you, Stephane.
Thank you.
One of my favorite projects of the past year. So
thank you, Olivier.
Beautiful. There were some glitches. Next time there'll be no glitches. And thank you, and please remember, live music will be live again. It's kind of live right now.
17 years, huh?
18.
You 18, but we've been together 17 years. Since August 2003.
Almost as long as with my wife. So.
Oh. Peace.
Thank you.